Module 1.4, the universal law of attraction. It's attraction. The law of attraction is a universal law that describes how energy behaves in this reality. Basically, like attracts like. For example, a smile from a stranger elicits a smile back. An angry phrase or gesture often stirs up an equal reaction of anger back. If you doubt that you can do something, it is harder to obtain it than when you actually believe you can do it. And when you have experienced something and you know it, it's easy to expect it will happen again. You may have observed this with a friend or a coworker. Someone that complains about the work never coming in smoothly will just keep attracting that until they change their attitude about it. Perhaps you've had a coworker that complains endlessly about their boss being a jerk and eventually leaves that job just to end up in a similarly frustrating place with their new job, having attracted a similar energy in their new boss. I noticed one of my former bandmates was always expecting bad things with his work, his family, his luck with love. He told me story after story about client after client that stiffed him, fights and getting beaten up, and even being intentionally run over by a car by a hot-headed boyfriend of a woman he'd slept with. He expected it. It always seemed to, quote, happen to him. He dwelled on it by telling the same stories. He got into a cycle of believing it, focusing on it, and drawing it to him over and over again. And he continuously attracted more of the same. Needless to say, I quit that band fairly quickly once I got what I wanted to get out of that negative influence. Of course, it works with positive or fun things too. You've seen the neighbor, the friend, or coworker that always seems to be happy and carefree, upbeat, expecting good things, being positive and appreciative. The ones that are loving and super appreciative of their partner and their adventures together, they attract more of the same, good friends, fun experiences, more joy and love. And they expect it. Or maybe you know someone that has plenty of money and is confident and secure with the ease that business comes to him. Maybe they just love sales or growing businesses, for example. And so they continue to attract more sales, more money, and more abundance with their expectations and focus. That's the workings of the law of attraction. The law of attraction is a universal law that governs how energy works on this plane of our planet Earth. Like attracts like. Energy has a vibration. Thoughts have an energetic vibration, as we have looked at earlier with the water crystal experiments. Thoughts have an energetic signature that is formed from the qualities of that thought. As we see from the water crystal experiment, the specific idea focused upon the water produced different patterns in the water crystals. In order to attract what we truly desire in our life, we need to focus on what we truly desire, not on our negative experiences of the past or doubts or fears. We need to expect it and trust that it can happen, to believe. It's easy to say, but not necessarily easy to do. In order to attract positive things in our lives, magic-like synchronicities and joy and love, we need to be that energy, that energetic vibration of positive things, of love and joy. So we practice observing our thoughts, observing our energy, observing what we draw to us, observing what triggers us, what doubts come to our minds, what frustrations, what emotions, all of it. Observing the beauty around, observing how we feel when we're with certain people, observing our thoughts, our emotions, what we feel. Observe the words you say and if they are congruent with what you feel. Once we can identify our energetic vibration or how we feel, once we observe our thoughts, our emotions, and how congruent what we say is with what we think and feel, we can then observe what these different thoughts are attracting in our lives. You can watch how there may be a dichotomy, like split energy, or places where you feel bad, like when you judge yourself or look to others for acceptance. Then we can choose to keep what is working and change what is not. First, let's focus on observing. Practice observing your thoughts, your energy, your emotions, your responses and reactions, and notice. Notice how you feel. Also, take note of what you are drawing to you. It could be people, situations, connections, birds, money, or impeccable timing. Maybe it's all green lights in a row while driving a hectic street, or the delight of running into someone you've been wanting to see. Anything you notice that you have attracted. Write, type, or record it somehow so you remember, and we'll discuss on Thursday and keep discussing.